In today's video, we are going to go over every product in my collection that I purchased this year, and I'm going to give my final thoughts on them and tell you what is good and what is crap. Yeah. We have so much to get through right now, and I'm going to try to rush through it really quickly. I should have done this video sooner, but I didn't really think I'd bought that much this year, and I guess I was so wrong. So we're going to get through it really quickly, as I said. If this is your first time here, hi, my name's Heather Eaglin. I love all things makeup, especially colorful makeup and indie brands. If you like those things too, I hope you will subscribe and turn on your notifications so you can be notified for all my future uploads. First, let me say, I've also gotten into hair care a lot recently, and I have a few products I want to share with you guys. None of this is in any particular order. I'm just doing the things that really stick out to me, like as in they're awesome or they're complete crap. If there's anything that I don't mention in this video that you know I purchased this year, just remind me down below in the comments and I'll make sure to add it into the next one. I recently started using this. This is the Gxve Best Life. It's a hair oil. It's 100% plant powered, and I'm really enjoying it. It's like the perfect, you know, some oils, if you're not careful, they can make your hair look really greasy. This one doesn't. It just really adds life back into it. And right now I'm on a hair journey. My old stylist accidentally fried my hair last year, and I'm probably about to cut it, which makes me kind of sad, but there's no point in having long hair if it's dead. And I've been trying my best to try to get it back without cutting that much off. I've already cut close to probably around 8 inches off, but it looks like, you know, these things for your hair, like the oils and stuff, they do work, but I think once your hair is gone beyond a certain point, nothing's gonna help. And once you first bleached my hair and fried it, my hair strands were like rubber bands. So I'll be anxious to see how it works and if I love it even more after I get my hair cut and I'm not dealing with so much breakage and split ends and all that. But I think this is a really good product. Anyways, this is the Gxve First Class Charcoal Detox Dry Shampoo. This works really good. It's really good at getting like all the oils out of your hair and stuff. And I noticed it doesn't have like that white cast that stays and you gotta like basically fluff it out of your hair. It's not like that. And and then I also have this one from Eva NYC. Some of her hair products are my absolute favorite, like the 10-in-1. I made a video on it like last year before I started my channel, and it's up, but those videos are so embarrassing, so don't go look for them. Anyways, I don't know how I feel about dry shampoo as a whole. I like it because right now I really don't need to wash my hair more often than needed, and it's such a freaking process to do your hair. So I've been trying to get into them, and I'm just curious, do they all make your hair feel gritty? I mean, I know you're literally putting like a powder in your hair, but I'm just trying to find one that doesn't make my hair feel disgusting. And although these products, both of them, do wonderful at drying up the oil in your hair and not leaving a white cast, they still, I hate that feeling of dry shampoo. So if you guys have any recommendations for some that don't feel as gritty in your scalp, I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. I bought this on recommendation from Tati Westbrook. This is the Wow Color Wow Style on Steroids. It's a texturizing and finishing spray. My issue with this is, for one, it does give you a lot of texture and a lot of lift, but it looks like I have dried glue in my hair. So I don't understand why that is. If you have any tips or anything, and you've tried this product and it doesn't do that to you, please let me know down in the comments. And you know, keep in mind I do have almost black hair, So I don't know if that has something to do with it. It does its job, but I don't want to look like someone, you know, in my hair. So that's not my vibe. This is a newer to me product, but I've used over half of it. I've had it for a couple of months now. This is Heritage by Minnie McKnight. This is a heat protectant spray, and it goes up to like 450 degrees, which I would never put on my hair, not intentionally. But I really like this. It smells so good, and it doesn't leave a residue on your hair. And I think it does a great job of heat protecting. My hair certainly hasn't gotten worse, so it must be doing something. As I was saying earlier, I'm just really learning about hair and skincare. Skincare wasn't something I ever even thought about using. It wasn't something that was really taught to me as an importance. So it was until I started watching YouTube and I started seeing, you know, the importance of skincare and learning about it is when I really started trying it. So with that said, I don't know what I'm allergic to within the Keys SoCare products, but this is my only SPF, so I have to use it until I can find another one. If you have any good recommendations, preferably like cheaper priced, that look good under makeup, I would love to hear them in the comments too. But something in these, I would have to do a little research and see what it is, like what the common product, like ingredient is in this maybe that's causing me to break out. But I get like those big hormonal bumps that are like knots under your skin, and they're so painful. Next, I have the same issue with one of these. These are the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow PHA and BHA Pore Tightening Toner. And this is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dew Drops. I love these products. They make my skin look so beautiful. But one of these are breaking me out, and I don't know which one. As of right now, like I got a lot of breakouts. But as of right now, I quit using them and haven't used them in the last week and a half. And now I'm not having the breakouts, and the old ones are healing. So I'm going to have to introduce these back into my skincare routine one at a time to try to figure out which one is doing it. But these are really great products. And if you don't have sensitive skin, I highly recommend them. They smell so good. This is my absolute favorite skincare product. This is a moisturizer. It's the Ultra Hydrating Energy Boosting Cream by Origins, and it's in their ginseng line. And this is a new one. I've emptied 2 of these already. They smell so good, like oranges, and they're so moisturizing. And I really notice when this is not in my skincare routine. I use these every morning and every night. This is an ordinary, it's like a face oil. I'll pop the name up on the screen because I don't want to butcher that. I should have looked it up ahead of time. But this is a very good product. It's a face oil, and a little goes such a long way. And this is another thing that I've really noticed such a huge difference in my skin since I started using it. And I just recently ran out of both of these, and I was without them for 2 weeks, and I really noticed the texture and all that stuff like coming back into my skin, and it was so dry, and I missed it so much that I repurchased it. I bought this on recommendation of Tati Westbrook as a retinol, but I don't know if that is a retinol. Like I said, I don't know a lot about skincare and stuff, but I have noticed a difference in the texture of my skin and the tightness of my pores, and it's helped lighten the discoloration on my face. And I use this most like 2 or 3 times a week. I skip around, and then I usually do it at night because then I'll soak my face in this, and then I'll put some of this on, and when I wake up the next day, my skin looks like baby smooth. And I just really love these products. These 3 are like one hell of a trio. I really hope that Glamlite comes out with another lip scrub and lip mask kit, because this lip mask is one of the best I've ever used. As you can see, I've put a huge dent in it, and this collection's only been out maybe 2 months now. And this is the lip scrub. Now, I use the lip mask every day, several times a day. I love it. Looks so beautiful on the lips, and the color of it is just perfect. It fills in the lines on my lips and makes them look so much plumper and more hydrated. Now for the lip scrub, I only use it when I think about it, and I don't know a lot about lip scrubs or like even really how to apply them, because it's like, this is a sugar scrub and all I want to do is eat it. It tastes like graham crackers and I love it. So if they come out with another lip mask, I highly recommend the lip mask. I can't recommend the lip scrub because I don't know enough about lip scrubs to actually give a recommendation. I will say after you use this, your lips do feel very hydrated. And as for hair products, this is my Beachwaver Pro 1.25. This is the third Beachwaver I've purchased. They all work fine. One was from the Neon collection, and then one was from another collection from a girl on TikTok, and I cannot remember her name. But I love these. These are the most convenient, greatest hair tools I've ever tried in my life. Up until last year, I had absolutely no idea how to curl hair at all. So this Beachwaver basically taught me how to use a regular curling iron too. And I just love this. A lot of people in my life outside of YouTube have told me that they didn't think they would like this because the clip is so small. But it still works for all the different types of curls. You just clamp the end piece of your hair on here, and depending on how you hold the curling iron, you get different types of curls. You press the button and the barrel will spin left, press the button and the barrel will spin right, and then you got your temperature gauges here, and this power button, if you push and hold, it'll change the speed as to which this will curl. And really, I have so much hair, so much thick hair, and this makes my job so much easier when it comes to styling my hair, and I just really love it. I highly recommend anything from Beachwaver. And they are always having like 40% off sales. Sometimes they're even better than that. There's a lot of influencers with codes. So these are great hair tools and I highly recommend them. I have this 1.25, but I also have the 1-inch barrel as well, and I love and enjoy them both. This is a new to me product. I don't know how long this has been out, but I got this from TJ Maxx, I'm pretty sure. This is the Too Faced Prime, Set, and Refresh Hangover 3-in-1 Replenishing Primer and Setting Spray. Say that 10 times fast. Anyways, this has coconut water and probiotic-based skin ingredients and skin revivers. It's silicone-free, alcohol-free, and oil-free, and I really enjoy this. I've never used it as a primer, but I do like to use it to like set my makeup, and it's like the perfect setting spray. It takes the powdery residue off of my skin and just leaves my skin looking so fresh and hydrated, and I really love it. And it's probably important to tell you guys my skin type. I have fine lines, discoloration, big pores, a lot of texture. So, and my skin is not oily, but it's not really dry. I have dry patches like around my T-zone and stuff. So this moisturizer works really great on people with like normal or very dry skin. I don't think I would go for either one of these if you have an oily skin type, because it's just gonna really make your makeup melt right off your face. But if you have a normal to dry skin type, then I think you will absolutely love those. Next, we have the new Universal Translucent Setting Powder from Lunar Beauty. I have it in the little pink shade, and the little puff comes in here. I screwed up earlier and closed the lid on this when I still had powder in the cap, but it's usually not messy at all. It has a lid to cover the sifter on it. And then you just pop the lid out like that and just dump a little out into the cap like I did. Just don't be lazy like me and actually put the powder back, and it's a lot less messy. But this powder is one of the greatest powders in my collection. It really blurs and sets your skin in a way I've never seen before. The powder is so loose and like finely milled and so soft. I just love it so much. My only issue with it is a me thing. I have very fair skin. When I buy a foundation, I usually have to buy it not in any of the fair shades, but in one of the middle light shades. So I have very light skin and I can't use this under my eyes, and his light shade is darker than this one. So I can't use any of them under my eyes. I love them under the eyes, but it doesn't brighten for me. So because of that, I won't use it for that. But as for setting the face in like the T-zone, and for me, I like to set my smile lines and my forehead because I have a very expressive face. And because of that, I do have wrinkles. So it's very good at keeping my makeup from not setting into those fine lines. It's a great product. And if you're a darker skin tone than me, you're definitely going to love it if you like a brightened look under your eye. This is the Sephora Translucent Setting Powder, and I have it in the shade 00 Universal. Now, please tell me how that is supposed to be light enough to set under my eyes when it's a darker powder than my actual skin tone. I don't like this powder at all. I was looking for a new setting powder and I was at Sephora and I asked them what the best seller was and they told me this. I should have known better. Of course, they're going to try to sell the Sephora products, but I bought it anyways and I've used it maybe twice. I don't really like it. I keep it in my collection in case I want to do like a whole face of Sephora or something like that, so I've kind of just dealt with it. Okay, next let's knock out some of these liner products, and let's start with these Makeup Revolution ones. I got these for like $3 for 5 liners, and these are the Makeup Revolution Beetlejuice collection. They're still available online, but I highly recommend you do not buy them. These are the worst cream gel liners I've ever tried in my life. They don't even go into the waterline, let alone stay. They don't show up. I think the black one might, but it's just honestly not worth it. Not even for $3. Not even for 3 cents. It's literally a waste of your time. So trust me when I say you don't want to go there. Next this is a really new product to me. This is the Too Faced Pomade in a Pencil. Now, when I first tried this, I was shocked that I actually loved it. It's got a kind of a diamond shape to it. So you're supposed to be able to fill and draw like fine hair strokes with the tips. Now, like I said, the first time I used it, I loved it. This pencil has a really good formula in it that holds your brow hairs up even. But I like micro brow pencils with a really fine point so I can draw hair-like strokes. And after I use it the first time, it's dulled it down. I don't know if you can even see that, but it's kind of dulled it down. And now it's only good for filling and not for the front ends of my brows. So because of that, I don't usually reach for it. I'll reach for my Benefit Precisely My Brow or my Joa micro brow pencil. Those are my favorite. These I got in a BoxyCharm. These are from Wander Beauty. They're the Skyliners. I have it in the black shade and the brown, and the brown one is not that good, but you can buy these individually, and I highly recommend this black one. It's very black. It stays. You could do it to draw like a wing liner and smoke it out. It's good for that. So I enjoy these, but not so much the brown one. But I don't really gravitate towards brown liner anyways. If I'm not wearing a colored liner, which I am 90% of the time, I'm probably going to be wearing the black. Next, we have some lip liners. These, oops, the lid. These are new to me. I've had them for a couple of months since he released them. These are my Lunar Beauty lip liners, and I love this lip liner formula. I have it in the shade Blushing. Tiaz is my absolute favorite, and I have it in Milk Tea. Milk Tea is kind of like, they need sharpened, so don't judge me. Milk Tea is like a brown leaning neutral. Tiaz is just literally perfect. It's the prettiest orange I have in my collection and one of my favorite lip shades to wear. And then Blushing has kind of that pink tone to it. They're just so pretty. This has a really good formula. It's the perfect amount of creamy without it smearing or smudging or anything like that. And I highly recommend these lip liners. They're some of my favorites. These actually aren't my favorites. These are a new release from Unearthly Cosmetics. These are their lip liners, and I have it in the shade Cafe and then the shade Fiery. These are stunning. This is a perfect formula, but oh my God, like, just to think these are $6 blows my mind. That's such a great price for such a good formula. And she has so many other shades that I want to try. And I just, as you all know, I really love Unearthly Cosmetics. Next, I have this Glamlite liner from this Barbie collection. I just got this year. I really enjoy Glamlite's lip formula too. It's very creamy, but yet dry at the same time. It doesn't dry your lips out, but it doesn't smear or anything like that. They're just really great lip liners. Next, I got this for my birthday this month from Sephora, and I've already gathered my thoughts on it. I've wore it several times. This is the Can't Stop Staring Give Beauty Mascara. The formula of this mascara is freaking awesome. I love it so much. The brush tip, however, it's very spiky, and if you're not so careful, when it pokes you, it actually hurts. Because of that, I can't recommend it. If you're someone that likes to really get deep in your lash line when you do your mascara and kind of like shake your brush back and forth, this isn't the one for you. For me, it's a little easier because I always wear false lashes, but it's very spiky. But it's got such a good formula in it, which is a shame. This is a newer product to me too. This is the Juvia's Place Liquid Highlighter. I think these are really pretty, but they're a little finicky. And because of that, you have to watch what products you use underneath of it, because I've noticed I've had problems with things picking up under it, and that makes me not gravitate towards it as much. But it's a good formula. You just gotta watch what other products you're using under it. Like, you can't powder and then use that. You know, sometimes you forget and then you accidentally do it. Yeah, that's not one you can just say screw it and go over it with. However, this one is a powder one, and this is my current favorite highlight in my collection when I want a neutral highlight. This is Rare Beauty's Mesmerize highlighter, and the glow on this is so freaking pretty. But if you're someone who likes a neutral, like, not neutral, but, you know, natural highlight, you won't probably like this because it is very blinging, but it doesn't have glitter particles in it, so it's very smooth and just such a pretty highlighter that gives you that lit within kind of look. These ones are new to me too. This is the Give Beauty Pick It Up bronzer and contour duo. The contour is cream and the bronzer is powder. I want to get it in the next shade up, but I've been using this every time I've done my makeup because I'm trying to get my thoughts on it, and I really think this is a freaking great palette. The Sephora sale should be coming up very soon, so you could get anywhere from 10 to 20% off on this, but it's even worth it at full price. But if you haven't tried them yet, I would definitely add them to your cart and get them during that sale. You definitely won't be regretting that purchase. And the same with this one. This is the Feeling Cheeky Amplifying Blush Duo in the shade Flirty Talk. 2 shades of orange, which you know I live for. And I'll swatch them for you. One's more of like a true orange, and the other one is more of a yellow orange. The bottom one is a matte, and then the top one has a little glow to it. And these are just stunning. I really want to try the highlighters. If you guys have tried it, let me know your thoughts on them and if you think I should pick them up. Next, I have this Tower 28 Making Waves mascara in the shade Jet. And I love this. This went viral, which is why I tried it. I really like the brush one on it. I think it's a very good mascara, but I do think there are better ones for a cheaper price point. But if you were interested in trying to pick this up, I think it's definitely worth the hype. It's a lengthening mascara, but it gives you some volume too. And the way the brush is made with the short bristles on one end and then the long on the other, it makes it really easy to get into the lash line and get the base of your lashes coated well. This is another new to me product. This is the LYS bronzing stick, and I like this bronzer and I think it's a really good one, but it always makes me think I'm putting peanut butter on my face. But my favorite bronzers out of the ones that I have when it comes to cream ones are my number one favorite is my Soul Body. This is by Soul Body. It's the bronzing balm. As you can see, there's a huge dent in it. This is my favorite bronzer in my collection. I think for one, it's very affordable, and for two, it blends perfectly. It's just the perfect shade. I have it in the shade medium, and the formula is just so good. I just love it. And my other favorite is the Rare Beauty bronzer. This is my second one. I have it in the shade Happy Soul. This is a very great formula, very blendable. It's just that perfect shade. She has a good shade range in this too, so there should be a shade for everyone. And I just could not truly recommend these two more. This is a good one, but I feel like if you're going to pay the price for it, you should get this one instead. And if you're looking for something at a cheaper price point and you want to get into the cream products, you really can't go wrong with this one. It's the best, in my humble opinion. Next, we have the Milk Future Fluid Concealer. I have it in the shade 3N. And I'm going to be honest, I don't like it. I don't like the formula. I don't like the coverage. It's very thin and emollient, and even though that sounds like the thin part sounds good, I need something. I have dark circles, I have allergies, and this has like a light medium coverage. You could build it up to a full medium, but I just don't like this concealer. When I put it on, you could still see the dark circles under my eyes. And what's the point? You know, my favorite at the moment is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter. And that one is full coverage, and I've really been enjoying this. Now, when I'm trying to just run out the door real quick, and I just want to get some coverage around my face and just do that no makeup look, then I do like this. But for my everyday makeup, the full beat, I don't like it. The Lucky Chick Lip and Cheek Stick. This is such a gorgeous shade, but this is a terrible formula. When I try to use this, it picks up everything underneath of it, and it just looks so patchy, and I'm going to end up decluttering this one. I'm still trying to use it in some other ways to try to make it work, and so far it's not working out for me, but I'm still trying. Next, these two are newer to me products I bought this year. This one very recently, and as you can see, I've been loving them. I love mixing these. This is the Lumi Glotion Natural Glow Enhancer. I like using these as primers. I think some people use them for highlights, like a cream highlighter. You could see it's just so glowy and perfect. I also like to use a primer that makes my foundation hold. And this one is perfect for that. This is the e.l.f. Power Grip 4% niacinamide. And it's literally a gripping primer. It dries down just enough, but still holds the stickiness to it to hold your makeup to your face. And these two together are like a power couple. They're a match made in heaven. This is the Lancome Tint It All Ultra Wear Foundation. This is freaking awesome. This has SPF 15 in it. I have it in the shade 215 Buff N. This is a very like radiant or like natural finish, and it's so beautiful. It has a medium to full coverage. My favorite before this one was the Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation, and I have it in the shade 070 Fair Neutral. Yes, and I love this one still. And before that, I went through 4 of these Fenty Beauty Ease Drops. This freaking foundation is one of the best because it's like a blurring skin tint. It's so thin and lightweight, but it holds. I bought this during COVID season and I had to wear a mask, and this was the only thing that held up under a mask, but it has such a natural skin-like finish. But this one knocked those two completely out of the water. And the fact that I got this at Ross or TJ Maxx one for like $10 just made me love it even more. When I run out of this, I'm definitely going to purchase it. This is almost always the foundation I'm using in all my videos. I would pay full price for it, and I really truly couldn't recommend it more. Or these two. This is the ABH Luminous Foundation. I have it in the shade 130N. If I'm going to be honest with you, I hate it. It looks very cakey and patchy. It doesn't lay right on my skin. I don't know if I need to try it with different primers, but as of this moment, I don't like it and I do not recommend it. If you do like this, tell me what primers and what skin prep you use before you apply it, because I'd like to try your guys' ideas. Next, let's do a few cheap products I have stacked over here to the side. This is the Game Beauty Elemental Pearl highlighter in the shade Geo, and this is such a beautiful highlighter. This isn't a brand I've heard a lot of people talk about. I do have a link down below that will save you 10% on the brand if you purchase through that link, and it is an affiliate link, so I will make a small kickback from it, but it won't cost anything to you. This is such a pretty highlighter, and it's so glowy. It's just the perfect shade. The yellow looks so pretty on me. If you have a neutral or a warm skin tone, you really will love this, especially if you like that bright blinging highlighter. But the glitter, it does have like small glitter particles in it, but they're so fine that you don't really notice it. This is an Unearthly Cosmetics highlighter. This was in collaboration with Heather Austin, and it's such a beautiful formula. I really want to try some of her singles. I know she discontinued her highlighting palette, and I never had the chance to purchase it, but these highlighters are so pretty. They are colored highlighters. This one is like a pink to gold to white, and this one is like a burnt, fiery type of highlighter. For me, this highlighter is too dark for my skin tone, but I do really love using it on top of blush to give myself a glow, and I really enjoy their formula. I love that whole collection. This is the Unearthly Cosmetics Get Groovy Highlighter Duo. This was in the large summer mystery box. These all are still available, and I love them both. In Your Dreams is my favorite, but I love Slick as well. Let me see. Okay. Okay, this is In Your Dreams. And then here we have Slick. And Slick has a little like more glitter to it. In Your Dreams is a little more smooth, but they're both beautiful formulas. And if you like colorful highlighters, you will really enjoy her formula. Next, I have this Glamlite Blush Duo. This is from the Scooby-Doo Part 2 collection. I'm unsure if this is still available, but it might be. These are such beautiful blushes. I really love this shade of pink. A lot of people have this year. A lot of brands have came out with that. But I also really love this like orangey coral shade. This is a gorgeous highlighter. They're very pigmented, but they're very blendable and very wearable. This is a new product, and I'm really loving this. This is the Natasha Denona Alloy Cheek Duo in the Bronze and Glow palette. This is a bronzer and highlight duo. They're perfect formulas. The bronzer shade is the perfect shade for me. I think they sell this in other colorways. I sure do hope so. And then the highlighter is like so smooth and buttery. It's just pure perfection, and I really want to try more Natasha Denona cheek products. I also want to try some Charlotte Tilbury ones, but they're a little high in my price range, so I try to stay away from higher price points because I do like to try new stuff. And if I spend a lot of money on like blush and highlight, then that means I can't spend it on eyeshadow palettes. And if I have to choose, it's always going to be the eyeshadow palettes. This is the Lunar Beauty and Laura Lee Los Angeles collaboration for their podcast. This is the Full Fantasy Blush Palette, and I love this palette. I love every shade they put in here. This is such a pretty shade. These are so fun to wear together, but so are these two. And so are those, like, they're really fun to mix and match. But I also really love the highlighters in this. They are so smooth. They're even more smooth than the Natasha Denona highlights. So if you really do like that smooth highlighter that doesn't have a lot of glitter particles and stuff in it, you're absolutely going to love this palette. And these blushes are so pigmented and blendable and beautiful, and I've loved having them. This, I hate. I wanted this so bad when it was released. And there's a ton of these at my TJ Maxx, so there's a good chance they're at yours as well. This is the NARS Rising Star Blush Palette. And I absolutely love the colors in this. But the formula is so patchy and it doesn't blend very well. It's just kind of unworkable. Because of that, I don't really reach for it. Like, who wants to do their makeup and then screw it up at the blush? You know what I mean? So, I don't know. The shades are so pretty, but there's just something about this formula. Maybe it's an older palette, and maybe that's why it's like that. This is the NARS Laguna Matte Bronzer. I don't know if maybe this is too dark for me or what, but this looks terrible on me. It looks so patchy. And it's just, I don't know what it is about it. I've heard so many people rave about this bronzer. I got this at TJ Maxx as well. So I don't know if maybe it's an older product. But I hate, as far as today, I hate the NARS cheek products. And I do not recommend them. Next is the Blendbunny Cosmetics Noctilucent palette. This is a colored highlighting palette. And this is just freaking stunning. I don't know if you can really see the shifts, but they are beautiful. Now, these are one of my favorite colored highlighting formulas, but if you don't like glittery formulas, you will hate this. If you don't mind that and you do like it, you will freaking love this. And I'll swatch a few of them. And that's the top three. They're just so beautiful and blinding and fun. They're good for like inner corner shades to brighten up a look. And I just love them for so many reasons. That is it for today's video. This video ended up being so long that I have to split it into two parts. The next one, I will be doing these eyeshadow palettes, and I'll be doing all of my lipsticks and lip products. So stay tuned for that video, which should be coming up next. If you guys watched all the way to the end, thank you so much. I hope you liked this video on your way out. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe and click the little bell for notifications of all my future uploads. And if you have any product recommendations or recommendations on me using any of these products, just let me know down below in the comments. And until next time, bye.
Later.
This is the IGK First Class Charcoal Detox. This is the IGK First Class Charcoal Detox. What is up with me saying decox?
Yeah.